Hello, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez of TheMovieWizard.com, and let's talk about the Academy Awards. So, in a couple weeks, ABC will be airing the 80th Annual Academy Awards, and whether you are watching the show because you want to see who wins, or to see what Chris Rock says about the Oscar So White hashtag, there is a sad, dark secret that everyone watching the show knows, but rarely talks about. The Oscars are boring to watch. I mean, really boring. Like, truly, there are so many more useful ways you could be spending your time than watching the Oscars. And it wouldn't be so bad if maybe the speeches for the winners were a little bit more interesting, but most of them consist of people we don't know thanking other people they know that we also don't know, all while trudging through major, or not major, minor awards until we find out what Best Picture of the Year is that we'll forget about in a few months. The reason I personally enjoy the Oscars every year is a combination of being strangely obsessed with who wins the awards and the Oscar parties I throw, because believe it or not, the Oscars don't have to be boring. I have been throwing Oscar parties for over 10 years, and people enjoy them so much that more people come every year. It's never gone down, it's only gone up. And these parties, if you do them right, provide enough fun to the show where even the droll speeches can't bring you down, though undeserving winners still may. And I'm here to give you the top 10 secrets to throwing a great Oscar party, and let me tell you, these have almost nothing to do with how you decorate your home. 1. Invite friends. This is sort of an obvious one, but make sure you invite friends, preferably friends who like movies. Number 2, set up a Facebook invite page. This is another obvious step because you can invite your friends through Facebook. But this is also important because number 3, be interactive on the Facebook page. Keep people up to date on what movies are winning Guild Awards. Let friends know when the shorts are in town. Make seeing nominated films exciting. And of course, lay out what your friends can bring to the party. Number 4, on the day of the party, have pizza and snacks. Enough said. Number 5, have pre-show entertainment. And this is where it might vary a little bit, but the one that seems to work the most is that some people will get to the show early. And here's the thing, the red carpet show is worse than the Oscars themselves. I mean, you pretty much have reporters going up to actors and actresses saying, "Oh my, you look so good. What dress is that you're wearing?" And oh my gosh. This is why it is important to have some interesting pre-show entertainment. For several years, if people showed up early at my Oscar parties, they could watch the winner of the Best Picture the previous year. Some of my friends do the opposite, where they show the movie they felt should have been nominated or the one that should have won from the previous year. You might have your own ideas, but pre show entertainment is a must. And if you're going to have pre show entertainment, then number 6 is important because number 6 is have an Oscar montage. Because whatever you decide to do in the pre show entertainment, you must always make time for the Best Picture montage because it's tradition. Many of these can be found on YouTube that showcase previous winners in the acting, directing, and movie categories. Obviously, Best Picture is most important, but if you don't want to watch a movie, having montages for the actors can also be beneficial. My personal recommendation is to use one of the montages of Andres Borgia, who, in my opinion, makes the best montages for the Oscars. Number 7, Oscar Pool. No, we're not talking about a swimming pool, we're talking about a betting pool. Because regardless what you feel about gambling, having an Oscar pool is a great way to get everyone into the show. However, tread cautiously. You don't want to hurt any feelings over this. The bigger you make the bets, the bigger the fault between friends will be when someone inevitably loses. This is such a sensitive issue. I will make a separate video on how to run my Oscar pools, but keeping the bets small is recommended. Which also leads me to number 8, prizes. On top of the Oscar pool, it is great to have some prizes. I recommend having 2, one for people who predict the most winners correctly, and one for those who predict the least amount if they guess any correctly at all. Number 9, don't fear making comments about winners during speeches. I mean, don't talk over the winners so people want to hear them, but that's likely not going to happen because, again, most of these speeches are boring. This is your chance to keep the reaction of the room lively and engaged. And number 10, have fun. I mean, yeah, the Oscars might not be very good television, but doing these things in the Oscar party will promise everyone has a good time. And yes, I know, before you put in the comments, Technically, this is the top 9 list, but really, 9 steps were all you needed, and I kind of stretched it out as it was. And I like the idea of a top 10 list. So there's my top 10 list for how to throw a good Oscar party. Do you agree? Do you have some of your own great Oscar party recommendations? I'm sure everyone would like to hear them. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.